Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John and this is going to be some recent pickups I've got from One Below and HMV. Now the other day I went to One Below because you just never know what you're going to find in that shop. Sometimes there's lots of DVDs, there's not that many Blu Rays. Sometimes the Blu Rays are getting a bit repeated quite a lot, and there's other times when you hear about somebody getting some from One Below and they look really good, but you never see them in your particular One Below. I went in there the other day and I got a couple of things from there, and the first thing I picked up was The Commuter with Liam Neeson. I'm a big fan of Liam Neeson, if I'm honest. So £1 for a Liam Neeson action movie isn't bad, is it? I do think that I would like this movie, and me and my wife will watch this sometime. We've got a few Liam Neeson films to watch, and my wife's a big fan of his. Also from One Below, I picked up the Steelbook of Tailor Soldier Spy for £1. This is an incredible find. I've heard people say that this is an item that's been in One Below, but I've never seen it. Usually I hear all these things and I never see them. You know, if somebody gets, oh, I got this from that particular Poundland or whatever. I just never seem to be lucky enough to find them. But wow, this is a pretty good find. Now I've actually got this movie. I paid full price for it actually. When it came out, and I watched the movie. I do like the movie, but I've got the Steelbook already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this Steelbook away on my next live stream, which should be in roughly about 2 weeks time. And so if you want to get yourself out the live stream, I've been giving away some more movies as well to anywhere in the world. So if you're on the live stream and you answer the question correctly, you'll get the movie. But yeah, I'm not going to open or anything, so whoever gets it will get an unopened copy of Tailor Soldier Spy. But yeah, for £1, wow. So in the 2 for £13 Blu Ray offer, I picked up a movie that I've looked at a lot of times, but usually on the Eureka label, and I looked at this when I was in FOP the first time, not this one I've just been in, but the one I was there previously, and I thought, oh, I'd really like to get that movie. It just really appeals to me. But this is on the BFI label. I didn't even know there was a BFI release of this. I think the Eureka one is better, but this one for £6.50 is amazing. It is Man with a Movie Camera. Now, this one is from Russia, a silent movie, ticks all the boxes for me. And it does say in the back of this release, voted the greatest documentary of all time. Now, I flicked this on just to see what it's like, and I've got to say that the picture quality on here is quite sharp. There's a lot of stuff on this. There's the movie, there's the Man with the Camera, and there's also there's about 3 other movies on here, shorter, longer movies. So we've got quite a lot of stuff on here. You are as well, I didn't realise this, but you get a lovely booklet in there with the disc. And yeah, so like I say, 1929 silent movie. It does say on the back, which is something I've never seen before, it's a U certificate, but it does say contains funeral and childbirth images. Now I've never read that before. So that's the Man with the Movie Camera. Now in this deal, 2 for £13, I picked up a movie that I've been looking at a lot of times in HMV. I picked it up, wanted to get it, never found anything to go with it, and then thought, well, I'll put it on the shelf. But as soon as I saw that one for 2 for £13, I went back and got this one, knowing full well I can make use of the offer. It is Battleship Potemkin. I think I'm saying that right. This is a classic Russian film, and it's a black and white movie, silent movie, and it's always widely regarded as one of the silent movies you've got to see. I do like these silent movies, as you know, and this has been one high on my list to watch. Also, you get another movie on there, and I think you get another short movie as well. This more seems to be stuff to do with sort of sea life and that. I'm a great fan of boats. I'm not a great fan of fish though. So yes, that's Battleship Potemkin, and also The Man with the Movie Camera was 2 for £13. So next I went across to the 88 section just to see if they still had the 2 for £15 sale on, because there was a few movies in there that I was after, and they did. So I picked up this one I've looked at quite a few times, and I'm really glad I did, because like I say, I've skipped through these movies, and I was glad to see that this movie had some people in that I didn't even know was in it. So it is 1975's Inframan. Now this movie it stars Danny Lee, who starred in The Killer and also Untold Story, 2 great Chinese movies. I love these crazy movies from the mid-70s, and you get all these like ridiculous characters in it, but I just think they're so watchable. This is on the Cine Asia label. It is spine number 19. I like this this line. I don't collect many of them, only collect the ones that I really want, or collect them when they're in a sale. There's a few other ones actually in this line that I thought I might pick them up the next time around when there's another sale on, or if the sale's still on. But I've checked it, I put it out, and the picture quality is really nice as well. And as well, because I saw this person in there, and I thought, is it this person? I went and looked on Internet Movie Database, and it's actually Bruce Lee, L.E. He was one of these Bruce exploitation sort of copycats of Bruce Lee. And to see him in a movie, I recognised him straight away, and I thought, oh, that's Bruce Lee. So I checked them out, and it is him. So to see Danny Lee and Bruce Lee in a movie that's going to be quite crazy, and it's really incredible. I tell you what, I did want to see this movie, but I really want to see this movie now. That's Inframan from 1975. So also in the 2 for £15 sale, I did have a bit of a mooch about, and there was a few that were on my list there, and I thought, well, but I bumped into this one. I honestly thought this was a bit of a documentary, but it turns out it's actually 3 movies in one release, and it is the 80s Scream Queens from 88 movies. Now this has been out for quite a while, and I think it's got a slipcover, but obviously there's no slipcovers left. But the fact that it was there in this sale, I thought, I'm going to check it out. I didn't realise at all there was 3 movies on here, and the movies are Nightmare Sisters, Deadly Embrace, and Murder Weapon. Now I don't know if they all star Linnea Quigley, who stars in Return of the Living Dead. She plays Trash. I've got her in a few movies, and actually the movies I've got her in, I always think that movies are great, and I like her performances. Now, the 3 movies are from 1988 and 1989. You get one on one disc. It's a 2-disc edition, actually. You get 1 movie on one disc, and you get 2 on the next disc. And I was thinking this was going to be quite, quite low budget. One of these low budget releases, and the movies wouldn't have got like that much of a special treatment. So Nightmare Sisters is scanned and restored from a 2K 30mm print. Original camera negative, and to be honest, it looks absolutely spectacular, which I wasn't expecting at all. And the second 2 movies, Murder Weapon and Deadly Embrace, now these are on the same disc. Maybe that is why, because they're scanned and restored in 2K from a 16mm original camera negative, and they look pretty good as well. So to see these movies in this quality is quite a surprise, and for a cheaper price. So that's the 80s Scream Queens. So at the moment, with any purchase, you can get the James Bond movies for £10 each. So I picked up the next one, which is Quantum of Solace, for £9.99 with the purchases. So I wouldn't say this was my favourite movie in the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, but it's okay, it's not bad. I do like them all. If they've all got flaws, but it's just what it is. So anyway, I've tried this out, and I thought, well, is it going to be around about the same level as Casino Royale? It is what it is, but it's going to be an upgrade anyway. And I do like these ones on the shelf. I do want to collect them all with the slip cases, because I think they're doing a really nice job. It's got a nice bit of spot gloss on the front there, if you can see it. And so I put it on. I thought, just give it a check out. And I tell you what, the quality on here looks absolutely stunning. I was not expecting this to look as good as it did, which is a great. When you get a movie and you think, this will look okay, and it just blows your mind. So this one is absolutely stunning. So yeah, so Casino Royale wasn't that great. I thought it was okay, but not like super great. This one is absolutely unreal. So it's great to be surprised when you put a 4K on, expecting it to be quite average, but you wanted it in 4K, you want to complete a set, and for a cheaper price in a sale, you get one that will kind of is a bit mind-blowing. And these are all a quick scan through these movies, so it's not as if I can give you like the definitive version of what I think of it, but on first glance, this one looks absolutely spectacular. That's the Quantum of Solace. So the thing I was after in HMV was the thing, pun intended. So this is funny, because I must have bought this movie more than I bought any other physical media in my life. It's been re-released time and time and time again, with various qualities. Sometimes the quality's been very poor, sometimes the quality's been great. The extras have been on another release, so you've got to keep one. And so it's a never-ending thing with the thing. So I was kind of sitting on the fence whether or not I wanted to jump into this one. I definitely didn't want to buy the special edition, because I've got the special edition of the Arrow version, and this is spectacular. All the extras are on here. The whole thing is just the package. So this is my special edition, so I can't go past this. I'm not going to even get this one on special edition. I don't have the other John Carpenter ones on the big boxes, so for me this one sits on the shelf much better than the other ones. A little bit out of sorts actually, if it was the so I've saved myself a bit of money there. So what I've done is I've checked out the 4K remastered version on this disc here, and I think that it looks, as a Blu-ray, I think it looks absolutely stunning. It's definitely, in my eyes, the best Blu-ray I've ever seen of the thing. The picture quality is so bright and vibrant, but it's got all the extras on the disc. So for me, if you want to get the extras to go with the thing, you can even pick up the Blu-ray in there, cheap actually, without this packaging, and you'll have a good time with all the extras on here. Don't really rely on this one for extras. So anyway, first of all, I went and got the Blu-ray out of here, and I thought I'm going to see what the Blu-ray looks like on here. And if I'm honest, if you put the Blu-ray, now this, I was thinking, is this the same Blu-ray kind of that was in the Arrow version? And I don't think it is, because when I've looked on the disc, it does say that it was kind of, it's from 2021, and it's also got the picture, the same picture on as the new version on the thing, on the 4K. So I thought, well, maybe it's not, it's like their updated version of when they did the previous ones, the Studio Canal ones for John Carpenter. They upgraded the Blu-rays as well, so maybe that's what they've done there. And I don't think that this Blu-ray on here matches the thing Blu-ray on the Arrow version. I think the Arrow version is much better in my estimation. So for that reason, I don't think that they've done anything spectacular on the Blu-ray. So I have heard a few things about the transfer on this Universal release on the 4K. Hearing it's not that great, it's all right, it's passable, it's the best it's ever looked. Some people say it looks really nice, so I thought, well, I'll get it because it's there, it's got the slip cover, and then I do think that you might see a really ultimate version come out of this somewhere along the line. I don't think we're done with the thing yet, but I wanted to be done with it because I've spent that much money on it and that much time on it over the years. So anyway, I put it in and I thought, well, I'll just see what I make of it, and this is my personal opinion. I do think that this movie looks spectacular. It is leaps and bounds above the Blu-ray on Arrow, I believe. It's leaps and bounds above the Blu-ray on here, if I'm honest. The HDR is the star again, but the picture quality on here is pin sharp. The detail, the look of it, it just looks more vibrant. It looks more as if you can see more stuff and more information. I went and looked at a few dark scenes, because there's quite some dark scenes in here, especially when the dog mutates. And I remember when I saw this on VHS, you couldn't see anything on that picture of that whole scene. It was literally like you were watching nothing. It was so dark, but you can see so much into the darkness. Now I watched this during the daytime. I really need to get this on. I watch these movies pitch black, turn all the lights off, and that's when I can find my what I really want to watch this movie in, like say pitch black. So for me personally, and I need to watch this properly, which I will be doing in the next week or so, I think this looks stunning, and I'm really happy with it, because I was getting it and thinking, is this going to be one of the ones where I think, well, I got it, but I don't think it was that much of an upgrade for me. And I'm so pleased that these two are picked up on 4K, have been surprising updates, because there's nothing worse when you get one you think, it's all right, it's not that great, or you get one you think, well, I do think that this one's going to be topped down the line very, very easily. To be honest, I'm really happy with this one. I do think that this is going to suffice me with the thing. The next one, if there's another one comes out with the thing, it's got to do something really spectacular to take me away from owning this combination. Now, I've got, yes, it's the double dip, but this is the only versions of the thing I've got. I had loads and loads of them, but they're all gone now. And I think that the extras, yes, on here. The extras on here aren't that good. In fact, I think they're all on that disc anyway, so you're not getting anything major. You want to get the thing on Blu-ray on Arrow to get your extras on there. It's packed with stuff. But the sound quality in here is 7.1 as well, which I don't think it's 7.1 on the Blu-ray. It's definitely not 7.1 on this Blu-ray, so you're getting that upgrade as well. And I mean, the score on here is absolutely amazing, as you know. And I was listening to like bombs and gunshots, and they all sounded really, and the helicopters, they sounded very wide on your soundbar. So for me, yes, I am so happy with this. And I was on the fence about getting it. To be honest, when I walked in, I didn't really, I went and got some other things before I went back to it, because I was kind of on the fence, and I thought, I was kind of nearly talked myself out of a few times. I said, do I really need this? But I'm so glad I went for it. And then again, you've got it at a cheaper price, but it will come down in a sale. Might even get in the 3 for 30. If you're lucky, you'll still get the slipcover in it. I do want to collect this with the slipcovers, because all my other John Carpenter 4Ks have the slipcover on, and they do match. So I'm happy about that. And I'm glad that Universal have used that cover, which kind of mirrors the covers on the Studio Canal ones. They didn't have to do that, but I think that's a good touch to keep these things. There's nothing worse when you get a run of movies and one of them sticks out like a sore thumb. So anyway, I'm so pleased to pick that up. So thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.